Hey everybody! I was just playing around in my Feed the Beast world a little bit and figured I'd start recording and show some of the stuff I've been doing. I have a partial plan for this episode that'll probably get us through, but yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So we were, let's see, when did we set this up? I forget when we set up this thing to make untreated frames for our alvearies. Oop, level up. But it's been working pretty well. I had been manually refilling the string chest, but I decided, oh, hey, that's out of wood. That's a problem. Okay, so we need to do something for the wood, too. But yeah, I fixed it so that... let me get some wood in there before we go on. I moved my flax farm over. Oh man, my achievements. They get reset so often. I don't know what triggers it. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I moved my flax farm from over here to here. Took out the cocoa bean one because I just have so many here that it's going to take me ages to go through those. And I won't worry about setting up a farm for them until I actually run out. But anyway, I wanted to get this string refilling automatically. We will have to do something for the wood, but for now, I'll just do this. Man, look at it chew through that. Filling those up, fill those up. Yeah, so 1 log equals 1 proven frame, along with 1 string here, is how it works out too. And these keep my bees working super fast when they're actually... There's an Enderman in here. I'll just leave him alone. He's fine. There's no blocks in here he can actually pick up as far as I know. But anyway, what I wanted to do here is this chest is completely full, and I have items piping to it from over here. Where I have my golems working. You can see they're all stacking up on the ground because the chest has no room left in it. Because what I've done here, let me see, let's get in from over here. There we go. So we're void piping flax seeds. This guy's so noisy. And we have the string going over here. There's an iron pipe on the other end, so you can see some coming back up. So it's getting sent back because that chest is full. So I want to do something to prevent that because my golems just sort of jam up when that happens and make a lot of noise, and it's kind of annoying. And the flax seeds can't actually get pulled out because I'm just using a wooden transport pipe there. But anyway, let's do something good with the string. I have uses for wool. So let's go ahead and put this here. Let's see. Auto high. Yes, that's what I want. So this is going to be creating wool when we tell it to. But we only want it on... Actually will when I get down here in a moment. We only want it on when the... how do I want to do this? We only want it to turn on when this chest is full, so that it'll just get rid of some of the string and make it into wool. But I don't want it just constantly making all of this into wool, because we want to use the string for untreated frames, ideally. But any excess we want to turn into wool. And that's a little bit hard to set up, but let's try doing it like this. I'm actually going to go... Can I put redstone straight on a fabricator? I sure can. Ooh, although that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Let's find out. If I do this, yeah, because that's pointing over that way. I think that's going to actually disable this fabricator, so let's do it differently. Instead of coming off of there, let's go through the side. Now, when I was digging under here to dig this tunnel, I actually found a piece of iridium down there, so that was a lucky find. Some people say it's extremely rare, but either I've had really good luck with it, or it's not as rare as they seem to think. Because, you know, I found like, what, 6, 7 pieces naturally when I wasn't even really looking that hard for it. So, inventory full, redstone signal, so we can turn this on, let it make wool. Inventory is no longer full, so it can accept some more string. Make more wool. I do wish there were a way to have fabricators output to some side of them automatically, but maybe that'd be overpowered. But yeah, I should probably pipe the wool out somehow and get it into another chest, but we'll do that another day. And another thing I wanted to do was... Oh, look at that, it's actually turning that off. Well, this will fix that problem. Instead of an iron pipe here, I'd actually like a diamond pipe, and some string is going to pop out, but that's okay. And we want a void pipe going over here, and string goes up. So if this chest fills up and this is completely full, then the string will just go to the void pipe and get destroyed. So there we go. Good. So that'll keep supplied with string. Now our only problem is wood. We'll worry about that later. But anyway, let's stop messing with this. Is that the same Enderman? Oh, no. I thought I saw an Enderman out here. That was interesting. Is that just still... Yeah, it's still clearing its backlog of items. It's working on it. Anyway, so what else are we doing? Let's do something more interesting. Okay, here we go. So let's talk about our EU power grid a little bit after I put a couple of these things away. So we have... Last episode we had a pretty pitiful setup trying to run a matter fabricator. And, you know, that's just not going to work as it is. So, I've built a few different types of generators and stuck them on the grid. Also figured out a way to solve this problem. So this is interesting. Let's see how our power is looking. Pretty good. So I'm going to turn this on. And we might get to see our first piece of UU matter created here. That'd be cool. But anyway, so... Hang on, is this... Okay, that's doing nothing. I want to make sure I'm not interrupting anything that needs a constant input of some amount of EU. Let's put some methane in here. Yeah, what I was saying was that before, I assumed I had to not go through the MV transformer in order to get the full output of the MFSU, but it turns out that's not true. What these transformers do is they don't actually reduce their... They can output just as much as they take in, just in separate packets. So basically, this will take in one 512 EU packet, split it up into four 128 EU packets, and can send it on just fine. So if you look at this... Okay, well that's not quite 512 because something else in the grid is using it, but this will go all the way up to 512 coming out of the MV transformer. So that's cool. So there's like nothing really lost in that. And ooh, sorry. And you know, this doesn't need to be a glass fiber cable. We can replace it with a gold cable, and it'll be fine. Because I'm fairly certain cable capacity is... Yeah, cable capacity is per packet, not per tick. So, yeah. I'm going to leave that on until it makes a piece of UU matter. And yes, that will be our first. Haven't actually managed to make one yet. 95, getting close. Wait, why do I have another piece of glass fiber cable on me? Oh, that was in my to-do chest. That's right. So yeah, that's cool. And yeah, the extra generators I stuck on here. I need some more space here. I don't have good spots to put these, but I made 5 biogenerators. If you were paying attention to the text I put up in last episode, I said that biogenerators were underpowered, but then I actually took a look at the numbers, and they're just as good as, what do you call them? The GregTech ones, diesel generators. When using biofuel, they just output their power faster. So it's just as much, but it's faster. They do cost gold to craft, but that's okay. So I just made some biofuel capsules from my big tank over there and put them in it. So each one of those gives, I forget the number, but I think it's 16 EU per tick. So that's a good boost. And then I have a bunch of thermal generators here, which are currently empty. Let's work on getting those filled up a little bit. That's another thing we want to do later. I have a lot of uses for lava. I'd like to be automatically squeezing it from phosphor here. And this system's not automatic at all. I'm just manually putting sanded phosphor in here. So we can maybe get to that thing we talked about last episode where we'd actually automatically squeeze B products and get liquids out of them. But yeah, oh, and GregTech machines are handy because you saw they gave us the capsules back. These biogenerators just consume their biofuel capsules whenever they need a new one, which we'll get to see happen in a moment. Still going down. Do we have UU matter yet? Yeah, we do! First piece! Awesome! And I'm actually going to turn this off. Now, when you turn this off, it charges up its internal buffer before it'll actually stop drawing power, so it's still going to be sucking my grid dry. So I have to turn this off well before I actually want it to be off. Okay, yeah, so it just consumed the capsule, and you don't get it back in any way. Anyway, what else do we have going on? Where would UU matter go? I don't know where I would put UU matter. How about in here? That's fine. If we get one more piece of this, we can make an advanced solar panel. So that'll be cool. Right. So I have made myself some nuclear reactor components. Well, a nuclear reactor, that is. And I'd like to actually start making use of it. So I have a bunch of thorium dust, which came from industrial grinder on coal. And I think that might actually be the only place you can get it, other than, you know, oh, Monazit gives it to you too. Okay. Didn't know that. Okay. But yeah, that's those are the only places you can get it. So it's less powerful than uranium, which itself is less powerful than plutonium. I spent a little bit of time in the reactor simulator getting familiar with the things GregTech adds to the nuclear power system. And I think I have a fairly basic design that's not going to give me a lot of EU, but it at least lets me do something with my thorium and make use of it for some extra power. So let's go ahead and let's see, how many of these am I going to want? Depends on how many. Let me just check my reactor plan 1 second. Okay, for the moment, let's start with 12 of them. So I'll put this in here, let it can. Now, do these stack? I'll bet they don't, so I'm going to have to pull them out one by one, right? Let's find out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, we're paying. Okay, that's fine. Now, we're going to... Oh, hang on. Before I put down this reactor, I would really like a thermometer. What's a digital one cost? Do I want to bother? Yeah, that's easy. Okay. 3 refined iron glowstone, electronic circuit. Never have a spare circuit. All right. And I don't have any electrum. Let's make some. I also meant mining, so I'm a little better on resources. Nothing really eventful happened during that, so I didn't think I needed to show it really. But yeah, I went to a large hollow hill and just got a bunch of resources out of it. Worked fine. But yeah, I think we need to set up another quarry because I go through these resources so quick. These just do not last. And yeah, I'm cooking up some more aluminium because I have a use for it later, actually very soon. But yeah, let's make an electronic circuit, and then we'll be able to make our digital thermometer and actually put down our nuclear reactor. Okay, that's what I wanted. Cool. Now, I don't have a good place to put the reactor, so I'm just sort of going to stick it down... That was an odd noise. Stick it down below somewhere, just so I can hook it into this grid and get it generating some power. Now... I wonder if I'm going to have a problem here. Yeah. I'm not going to put any kind of shielding on it. We're just going to use the type of reactor which is perfectly stable and has no risk of exploding. I really don't have a place to put this. Okay, well let's just put it right down in the... Okay, my MFSU is up here actually. So... I need this to be a better cable. Yeah, okay, well, let's put the reactor down on the floor right here. Not a great spot, but it'll do. And get some glass fiber cable, I guess. Now, see, the annoying thing is you can't place a reactor chamber until there's a nuclear reactor to place it next to. So I gotta do that, and then get down here somehow. Okay. Cobblestone, there you are. All right, so there's our reactor, and we will need a lever on it to turn it on. I'll just put the lever over here. Turn the other way, please. Okay, so the design we want to do is basically just thorium cells all the way down like this. I think I showed a similar design with uranium in my last world, but we're going to do thorium this time because it's what we have. Again, this won't output a lot of EU, but it's a good use for our thorium, I think, because there's not much else you can do with it, and I want more of these. Now, we need some heat vents for this setup, most certainly. And I need, let's see, what is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 advanced ones and 4 basic ones. So a basic heat vent, I think, is just iron bars and refined iron. Is that right? That's the advanced one. Okay, that uses 2 of the basic ones. Yeah, iron bars. Oh, aluminium. Right. Don't want to waste my refined iron, so we use aluminium for that. And that is in here. Okay. So I'm going to make all of those that I need, and then we will turn on our reactor and see how much power we get out of it. Yay, diamonds! Alright, this should be all the heat vents we need. Had to spend 8 diamonds on that, but they should last forever as long as I don't do anything stupid and burn them up. Do we have all our thorium? No, we still need to can 2 more. That's fine. They'll be done by the time we get back out there, so I think this will work. Mixed cable types shouldn't really matter. So that's not connecting to this copper cable, just to make sure it doesn't melt it, and going into our MFSU. And, so yeah, here's the design. Should work fine, should be perfectly stable. We'll, of course, check with the thermometer to be sure. Let's get our last 2 thorium cells. Oh. And here we go. Let's actually turn on the matter fabricator just to make sure we actually need to use some EU. And maybe we can get a second piece of UU matter this episode and actually craft an advanced solar panel. That'd be cool. So here we go. We're going to turn this on. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yep, we're perfectly stable. Good. So that'll just use up these thorium cells. Heat vents will be fine. Durability's gone down a little bit, but it'll go back up when they cool themselves off. Should at least. Yeah. Good. And how much power is this generating? That's not an EU reader. I need to go get one of those. Which is in here. Should be 40-some, so it's not big. Yeah, 44. Okay, so 44 is a, it's an okay number. Wait, how's that? Oh, because this is generating some. Okay. So yeah, not a lot, but it's some. You know, it's worth like a few of these biogenerators. So that's pretty good. Good use for our thorium. We'll of course build a stronger nuclear reactor with uranium or plutonium later. But anyway, there's some nuclear power. Let's go do something else, like, say, factorization. So I want to get a little bit further along the factorization tech tree, because I'd like to use routers for a whole bunch of stuff. And so these logic matrix programmers, these things are found in dungeons. I have actually a whole bunch now, found all those naturally. And you can use those to craft a, what I want to make is, no, not this, a machine filter router upgrade. So this thing requires some dark iron and easy stuff, but this logic matrix identifier thing's a little tougher. So we need one of those to make it. That's fine. We have that. We have a spider eye. Logic matrix requires a crystallizer to make, and also this invarium drop. I think that's made with, I'm going to have to check the recipe. For some reason, Not Enough Items doesn't show it to me. The wiki says it's a temporary recipe, but we'll get to that in a bit. But we need to know how to use a crystallizer first. So the crystallizer, I think I can remember all this. Crystallizer requires, it requires some power. Hang on. I need a whole lot of lead. So Factorization is probably the mod that uses the most lead of anything that I've seen, at least. And, okay, let's see. So how do we do this? So we have the crystallizer. We need a solar turbine, which is how you generate Factorization power. I believe it's the only way currently. So solar turbine takes glass and a fan. Fan is easy. Motor is a little bit trickier. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's make the fan, because we know how to do that. And the glass is easy. I just said that. So this thing comes from, oh, dang it, I bet I don't have any clay. Alright, so we need a lot of lead. So that's 32 lead right here just for these insulated coils. Some more there. Then this magnet, which comes from using a battery block and some lead wire on an iron ingot. Battery block comes from sulfuric acid. Yeah, it's complicated. So, question is, do I have any clay at all? No, not really. Alright, let me go scrounge up some clay, and then we'll continue with what we were doing. Now this is the way to get clay, wand of equal trade. Don't have to spend much time underwater, don't have to leave holes with flowing water in them when you dig it out. It's great. So I'm just going to use up this stack of dirt, and then we'll be back with a stack of clay blocks. Alright, we're back with what we needed. The reason I was out of clay dust is out of clay is because I was electrolyzing clay dust for sodium cells, I think, and making sodium persulfate cells out of them. So that's where all that went. Nuclear reactor sounds like it's still going fine. How's this thing doing? Wait, that's off. Am I out of power already? No? Why wasn't that, I don't know why that thing's light turned off. Anyway, so we're making a whole bunch of those coils. How are those made? Something like this. We needed 4 of them. Is that right? Yeah. So there's insulated coils. Now we need... How do you make lead wires? Just like that? Yeah, okay. So here's lead wire. We need sulfuric acid. Hang on. Let's look through this. So we have lead, iron, magnet. Okay. So we need... Okay, battery block is just lead, iron, and sulfuric acid, which is either sulfur and coal or gunpowder and coal. Let's go with sulfur. I think I have some extra sulfur. I sure do. Hope this sulfur dust works. If not, we can probably lexicon it. So let's see, what do we need? Just one? So, I need a piece of... Does it charcoal work? Or does it have to be coal? Either it has to be coal or that's the wrong kind of sulfur dust. Let's try coal. Okay, has to be coal. Cool. So here's sulfuric acid. We're going to make a battery out of these components and use it to turn an iron ingot into a magnet. Like this. This is all new to me. Did I do that backward? Yeah. Okay, so there's that. We need the wires. Now, if I recall, this is a really weird recipe. It basically doesn't use any of these components. It just takes some charge from the battery block, right? Yeah. So now it's a 60% charged battery block. All right, great. So we have our magnet, and how are we building this thing? Cool. That's all of our components. So, let's actually get the glass out of here. Sure. And this is like, oops, like this. There's our motor, and there's that. Yep. Oh man, I'm screwing that all up. Alright, solar turbine. Now, if I can remember how this thing works, we have to put it above a water source block. And, of course, has to be daytime. I'll sleep in a moment once we... Well, let's... Oh, hi, Wisp. I'll just put it right over here for now. So, wait, what am I doing? Put that down. Put that there. Oh, wait, no, it has to be an infinite pool, doesn't it? Because that's just going to consume the water. I think that's right. Okay. So yeah, that sucked it up, as you can see. And when the sun shines on it... Oh, hang on. No, we're forgetting a component. We need mirrors pointing at that so that the sun will actually do something. So let's see, what is it? Mirror? Reflective mirror? Reflective mirror. There we go. So lots of silver and glass pane. Let's make a lot of those. Let's make 8. How about that? That'll do. Whole stack of silver. 8 glass panes. I have 7, of course. Alright, there's our mirrors. And I'm going to sleep so it's daytime. Now these mirrors were the reason I couldn't figure out factorization before. Because if you put them down normally, they just do that. And in all the videos I watched, they were circular and they sort of would spin around until they'd find a target to point at. But yeah, I didn't really know how to work them. So if we put this near the solar turbine, it should, yeah, it points right at it. So we'll just put them in this kind of a pattern. like this. And it's spinning. Good. Now that should be generating some power, which we can pull out with the lead wire, I believe. Let's see if I can just do this. Can I charge up my battery? Oh, well, that's obstructing that. How do I... Can I just break it? That went down. Why'd that go down? Weird. Okay, so let's bring the cable. I don't know if that's lossy if I extend it out like that. But yeah, I don't know if this actually charges the battery. But what we actually want to do with it is to power up a furnace heater, which takes more of these insulated coils and some lead. Okay, and we put the furnace heater next to the crystallizer to make it do its thing. I hope I'm getting that all right, otherwise I'm misinforming you horribly. But let's make those coils. We needed how many of them? 6? There we go. And 2 lead. Alright, so furnace heater. Now the reason it's called a furnace heater is because you can put it next to a furnace and as long as it's getting power... Okay, that's not charging, so whatever I'm trying to do there isn't going to work. Oh yeah, that's hot. Does it hurt me? No, not hot enough for that. Okay, so if we put the crystallizer next to this, I believe... Yeah, we can put stuff in there and have it do its job. Now let me look up the recipe for invarium drop, and we'll make one of those. And let's see, remind me how we make the thing we wanted to make. Machine filter, logic matrix. Okay, logic matrix, stone, water bottle, and invarium drop. Okay, 1 second. Okay, apparently it's lead, gold, and a diamond. Again, I don't know why not enough items doesn't show that to me. Maybe because it's a temporary recipe, but anyway, so we have... Where's my stone? So we have all of our components, and I believe if we just put these in the pattern it showed, we should... Yeah, there it goes. So that's not too slow. I know some of the recipes for this thing are ridiculously slow. Interesting, I don't know what you do with that. Yeah, so this, there's an ore processing line in Factorization that can actually give you triple the output from your ores. You know, since we're this far along, I figure we might as well just try and do that, see what it's like. But let's see what this does. Is it done? Oh, okay, it had to heat up. Now it's going to take a while. Okay, so that's going to take some time. All right, while that goes, let's build the other... Well, let's see what else is on here. Yeah, okay, let's build the other Factorization ore processing components, and we'll try going through a full cycle of that just to see what it's like. I know in the crystallizer it takes like 20 minutes in real time, and there's no way to speed it up to do the final stage of it, so we might not be able to get through that this episode, but I can at least show the beginnings of it. So I believe we start with a grinder, this kind of grinder, which takes another one of these motors and a diamond cutting head. So that's the other use for diamond shards, I think. Are those the only two? Yeah, wrath igniter and diamond cutting head. Those are the only two. All right, so we have a bunch of those left over from when we made our wrath igniter. So we can make one of these. And we need another motor, which involves... Let's see, how do we do this? Involves lead. Why did I put away my lead? I need it. Okay, battery block is here. Hopefully this will still do it on the amount of charge it has left. Yes, it will. Good. Down to 19%. I don't know how you recharge this. If you don't just hook it up to a lead cable, what do you have to do? Oh, maybe you have to put it in the top or something? Let's try that. Although I don't want to take power away from this thing. I don't know how much this generates. Well, let's see if it can do both at once. That is connecting to the side. Okay, there we go. So maybe that's charging now? I'll leave it for a little while and see if anything has changed. This still has enough power. Good. Okay. So we're making a grinder. And I already forgot the recipe. So yeah, motor, diamond cutting head, iron, and lead. Good. Did I make my motor? No. Motor takes... Okay, magnet insulated coils again. I don't have enough lead for this. It is nice to have a real use for my lead, because it mostly just sits there doing nothing in my chest. Alright, so there's those. And this. Oh, is it iron, iron, lead, lead, I think? Yeah. And then lead, lead, iron, 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 and this. And there's our grinder. So let's just do like one piece of ore right at the moment. Well, okay, no, let's do a few. Let's see. I think you can do up to 5 at once. Let's try 5 iron ore. No, you know, I don't know how this works. So let's learn as we go along. And I also don't know how many machines one solar turbine can support. That mirror is obstructed by this battery. Well, let's take it down and see if anything's changed with its charge. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Did I get it? Did that battery just disappear? Seriously, where did it go? Oh, uh-oh. I think it's confused. Probably because I broke it with the lead wire on it, because see, this still thinks it's obstructed. Is it like invisible here? No? Hang on, let me relog. Okay, so that's pointing at the thing again, but I don't have my battery. Maybe it sometimes breaks if you break it with a pick? I don't know, or maybe that was just a bug. Okay, well, guess we lost that battery, and we won't get the answer to our question. Oh well. So let's set down a grinder. I just want to take this a little bit away from those mirrors so it doesn't obstruct them. So I think we can just put this in here and have it grind. Maybe? Maybe? Are you going to do anything? Do I need to do something else to you? Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Okay, and that's still going, so it has enough power for both of these. Now, we need... So this should give us, what is it, dirty iron chunks? Yeah, or dirty iron gravel. So we need a mixer in order to clean that iron gravel. Mixer comes from a fan, 2 water buckets, a motor... and a cauldron. Okay, so another one of these motors. Okay, so we can make another battery and see if... wait, was it water buckets? Yeah. See if we can actually charge it on the thing. I don't know what tool I would need to use to pick it up, if not a pick. But anyway, let's see. So we need another one of these motors. I'll just skip this since we've already crafted a bunch of them. There we go. There's our mixer. So I don't know how this thing works. Is it powered? Let's see if the lead cables connect to it. Making such a mess here. If I put it here, will it obstruct any mirrors? No. And yes, the lead cables do connect to it, so I assume it needs power. So we can put this in here, and hopefully it'll do something. There's the rest of it. Okay, see, we got 6 of those out of 5 iron ore, so that's already increased our amount of... oh, that's not spinning. Why are you not spinning? Is there no... Is it just me, or is there no water in there? There's a little bit. The sun's out? Oh, maybe it's not high enough? I don't know if it depends on the exact time of day or what. But, well, this still has power, apparently. Alright, well, let's give it a minute and see if it ends up doing anything. This should be spinning. Can I put my battery block on here and have it power up the system for me? Maybe? Will it pull out of it? No? No, this is just doing nothing now. Curious. What am I missing here? Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right, let's try breaking this with a pick again. Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Yeah, so it must be a time of day thing. Is there a mixer going? Not yet. Is there anything else I need to do to it? Or do I just need to wait? Hello? Alright, let me look up the mixer and make sure I'm doing this right. Aha, I'm not. So we actually saw this in Not Enough Items earlier. I forgot. You have to put a water bucket in there to actually get it to do its thing. So even though it looks like there's water in there, you have to give it some extra, apparently. Okay, so this battery block. Let's try breaking it again. I'm assuming that if there's cables on the side of it, it pulls power out of it. And maybe on the top it can charge it up, but when we broke it after having cables on the top, it got all confused. Let's... Oh, oops. That's okay, that's still powered up. And it's done with its work, okay. Cool, so we got some clean iron chunks and some sludge. I don't know what you do with sludge. Let me just... Ooh. Wonder if this will screw things up with batteries and water. Probably not. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that and break the lead cable before I break the battery and see if it's charged up anymore. So is this... No, keep mixing, please. Goes pretty quick. While that works, let's see what you can do with sludge. Smelt to clay. Not bad. That's actually pretty cool. Okay. So... This goes at not too terrible a rate. I wonder how automatable this is, because this is a lot of manual effort. I assume you can just pipe items into and out of this, and if nothing else, use a router. It's from the same mod, so surely it'll work. So we need one more water bucket. Can I pull from here? No. There we go. Okay, one more water bucket in here, and then we'll have all of our iron chunks, or iron gravel, cleaned into clean iron chunks. How's this thing doing? Still going. It's going to take a while. Okay. So this stuff can be used in a slag furnace to get reduced iron chunks. So we're going to need to build a slag furnace next. This is a long processing line, but it... Okay, that's easy. But I just want to try it out and see what it's like to actually do it. And since this gives you the most output from your ore, even more than the industrial grinder, although it's all of the same type instead of getting differently typed bonuses, we might actually want to use this for at least some ores. What am I doing? I need cobblestone. So we needed 2 furnaces and a few more cobblestone. And there's our slag furnace. Now, I don't know if this thing... Does it take power? Do these connect to it? No. Okay, so I don't think that one takes power. So, here, have some of these, and have some of that. And that should give us the reduced iron chunks. Now, with those, I think we put them in the crystallizer and end up with crystalline iron. Is that right? Use... Okay, so smelt for iron, we don't want to do that. So yeah, crystallize for crystalline iron with sulfuric acid. Okay, so we need to make some more sulfuric acid. Yep. And I think you can put in... You can do 5 at a time. Oh! Oh, that doesn't burn for as long as I expected it to. Okay. That's fine. Although our crystallizer is busy right now, so we can't use it. Finish what you're doing, please. Do we have our stuff? Do we have our stuff? Not quite. Let's go ahead and cook up this sludge into clay. Okay, so there's our reduced iron chunks. Now, you know, we've ended up with 9 of these now. We started originally with 5 iron ore, so that's still not actually even doubled. Let's see, I think if you smelt these, you still only get... Well, now, wait a minute. How did that happen? Why do we only have... I'm confused. Huh. I should have paid closer attention there. I'll have to look at the video again. Maybe it only sometimes, the slag furnace only sometimes gives you 2 of those. Does this tell me? Yeah, wait. 142%. So I assume that means basically 100% and then 42% on this one. So that makes sense. Those numbers add up. I don't need the mixer. I need the crystallizer. Okay, I'm going to wait for this to finish so we can actually use this, and I'll be right back when that happens. Man, it is taking its time, but while it works, let's just do some other stuff around our base. So we have our second piece of UU matter. Yay! I might use that in a moment to make an advanced solar panel if we have time. We're at 40 minutes right now, so depending on how much longer this playing with factorization takes, we may or may not get to that. Those last a long time. Okay. So yeah, that seems well worthwhile. Okay, that's going. I'm just going to leave that, because if I take this out, this is going to have insufficient energy line because it's powering up the matter fabricator. So this is completely full, and it turns out my program doesn't handle this thing being full very well. Yeah, because this thing says it has no work because there's nowhere it can put this thing, and this doesn't know how to read that properly. So I can probably read different attributes on this and get it to work better. I'd like to put down a second setup very similar to this for... Where'd my lava go? I had lava in here. Oh, I know I had lava in here, and I did not take it out. Or did I? Oh, that's right. I did take it out to put in my biogas engines. Okay. Mystery solved. That was quick. Yeah, so I'd like to have another setup similar to that for squeezing phosphor and sand into this tank. So we'll do that at some point. Our biofuel is going up. The reason it's lower than it was before is because I've been taking some out and putting it in those biogenerators. And fuel tank is definitely going up a lot. We should find more stuff to do with fuel. Maybe some petroleum generators. Okay, so that's still processing that. Okay, now, so yeah, the biomass tank has been empty for a while. And what we need to do about that, really, is just get a different source of things to ferment than saplings. Because I just can't produce saplings in a great enough quantity to keep it fed, you know, unless I do one of those things like we did in the last world with the chainsaw. But I don't want to sit there doing that again. So sugarcane's an option. Wheat is an option. Let's see, what else can you use? Fermenter, you can use, right, saplings, plant balls, compressed plants. There aren't really great places to get those. If we do a wheat farm, we can do cactus and mushrooms too. So if we do a wheat farm, we can turn the seeds into plant balls and get a little bit of bonus that way. So we might do something like that. And I do have uses for wheat. I'm telling you, these cows, every time they get out of their pen, unless I can push them back in easily like that, I just kill them. And we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going, I'll be down to 0. But we really want to do something with these cows too. I was actually going to do it this episode if we had time, but we don't. Factorization took a bit longer than... Oh, hey, it's done. Cool. Sulfuric acid turned into water, apparently, and we have a logic matrix. Was that shaped crafting? I assume it was. Okay, well, before we do anything else, let's check our battery. I'm going to break this time first. Give me my battery back. Yes, good. I think it might have gotten confused because there was cable on top of it. Okay, yeah. Okay, great. So it does charge if you put the cable on top. So we're just going to leave that there and let it charge up. Cool. So, right, we wanted to crystallize this. I'm going to try and do that, but I think it processes one of these each time. Put this here and yeah, just let it go. Eventually we'll get 5 crystalline iron in here. Actually, probably 9 because it'll do all the rest of these. Except no, because the sulfuric acid will turn back to water, I assume. All right, well, that's going to take, I think, 20 minutes. And oh, goodness, need to take a drink. 1 second. All right, is that better? Yeah, much better. Okay, so we can craft our, whatever the heck it is, right, logic matrix identifier now. And we keep this thing, so it's reusable, apparently. So let's see, what were we actually doing with this? A machine filter. Okay, it just takes those components. Let's try this out since we spent so much time building it. I don't have an immediate plan for it, but I'm sure it will come in handy in the future. I just wanted to get my factorization processing line up and running, and I already forgot. Was that okay? It's silver and dark iron, and redstone and a book. Silver, dark iron. I'm running out of this stuff. I need to figure out a good way to make a bunch more, because I don't want to just use up wrath igniters endlessly, because those things cost diamond shards to make. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there's some trick you can pull with nether brick to keep Wrathfire burning forever. I'll have to look up the details on that and see if I can figure it out. So, here we go, machine filter. Now, let's try this out. Do I have a spare router? I do not. I don't have enough dark iron to build one. I'll borrow one from over here, because yeah, I have a second one here inserting mulch into the things. Oh, I can't press E to... Oh, yes, I can. For some reason it didn't work a moment ago, and I pressed E to get out of that. But let's break this. And what do we do with it? So can I actually... Well, let's just put it into the router that's already there. Why not? That doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Shift right click. Oh. 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 Okay. Interesting. Visit all. Oh, okay, okay. What the hell? What? Whoa! Where's it finding all this? Is it actually what? I mean, we have all of these things in the area, but how is it... Huh. Oh, maybe this... Oh, this is so weird. There's no way that it can actually... I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. That's very, very, very strange. But anyway, so if I were to press delete to remove this upgrade, I really hope that drops it. Let's find out. That did nothing. That did nothing at all. Okay. Can I break it and get it back? Yes. Okay, good. Cool. So, oh. Huh. Into bottom sides. There we go, bottom sides. Okay. But yeah, we need to give this something better to ferment. Anyway, let's see how far our iron has gotten. Yeah, it's not terrible. I could just stop recording and sit here until this finishes. So I'm actually going to do that. We want to see the output of this. So I will be right back in like 15 minutes. Okay, we're really close now. I made a second sulfuric acid. I do wonder what's going to happen here. Suppose I had 2 reduced iron chunks in there. This water bottle would have nowhere to go. Oh, it doesn't actually consume it. But anyway, great. So there's some crystalline iron. I figured it'd consume the sulfuric acid. Apparently not. So cool. We have some of this, and it'll do it again with the rest of these 4. So let's see. That was 5 to 8. So let's say these 4 will maybe give us 6. As a guess. So that would end up being 14 crystalline iron out of 5 ore. So that's very nearly triple. Maybe that'll give us 7, and we'll actually get 15. So we can smelt these for iron, but this isn't quite where it ends. I was reading something on the Feed the Beast forums that apparently if you put these in an infernal furnace, you get extra nuggets out of them. Yeah, so there you go, iron nuggets. So that's more than triple the amount of ore you can get out of your original ores. So that's an extra iron ingot and almost another half. So that's very cool. The thing is, it takes a lot of effort to do that. It's way easier to just stick your ore in an industrial grinder and be done with it. So I suspect I'll be doing that most of the time, but if I want to really stretch some ore or another to its limit, I can use this crazy setup for it. I just wanted to see how this worked, so cool. That's not all that terrible. So, while I was waiting for that to complete, I went ahead and assembled all the components I needed for an advanced solar panel. So let's go ahead and end the episode with that. So we're going to make a solar panel first. And I guess we might as well, let's see, what goes in the middle? It's this? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother setting this down. I think it generates very little EU, not enough to really be worthwhile. But we use it, okay, hang on, I don't have all the components of this yet. There were a couple that were weird to craft. So we need an iridium iron plate, which is like this, refined iron and 1 iridium ingot. So that's not too bad. And a sonarium part, which is like this. So there's our first UU matter used. And the rest, oh wait, hang on, is this, I am missing a step here. We need to turn this into something else whose name I can't remember. Reinforced? Yeah, reinforced iridium iron plate. There we go. That looks right now. So these turn into something. Irradiant reinforced plate. Great. And this just comes from reinforced glass, which is like that. Irradiant uranium, which is like that. And you know, this you just get from compressing your uranium ore. Anyway, so here we go. Advanced solar panel. Beautiful. So that should give us a free 32 EU per tick while it's daytime. Now we need a place to put it. Let's see if we can do some trickery here. Let's see. Is this open to the sky? No. So we're going to have to go one over. So that's fine. We'll just put this... Let's put it right here for now. Okay, so I want that open to the sky. I'm gonna put some micro blocks there. I want that block. Did I get it? I think I got it. So I think if we just stick this right here. Yeah, look at that. Oh no, sorry. It outputs 32 EU per tick. It generates 8. So yeah, I think the basic solar panel generates only 1 per tick. And I think this is 1 per tick during the night. Maybe it's 2. I forget. Let's get that on our power grid. And that'll provide us with a nice little bonus of power. You know, it's not huge. Oh, bloody hell. I always forget to... okay, so... Okay, so we can't put a cable there. Let's do that differently. Retry. So this goes here like this, and then... We'll just come off the side for the... What? Seriously? I'm amazed I haven't blown anything up doing that just yet. Fortunately, just wasting some cable. Okay, so yeah, we have a bit of a cabling challenge here because everything's so tight and cramped. Okay, let's see here. If I'd paint that cable, then I could separate them properly. So I can put this here and everything's fine. Let's paint them. I should really be more careful about this because, yeah, if I wire the wrong things together, then that can cause horrible explosions of things. Alright, so this should connect, and then... There we go. Wait a second. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yes, copper cables can carry 32 EU. Good! Okay, so we have a little bit of free extra power. Beautiful. And yeah, I'll put some micro blocks in there, and solar panels should be able to see right through them, and no one will be the wiser. So great, that's going to do it for today. We did have a few things we didn't want to get to. I was going to go hunting in the nether for wither skeletons. I will either save that for next episode or just do it off camera. I don't know if it'll be interesting enough to show. Yeah. I mean, this series isn't really about that sort of thing, so I'll probably just do it off camera and come back to you with some wither skeleton skulls. These are for automating some sort of sugarcane farm or something to fuel up our fermenters. And you already know what these things are. So anyway, that's going to do it for today. I already said that, but I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.